Well, good Sunday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here. And of course, as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, we had the blue and white scrimmage yesterday. That was incredible. The Eagles actually have their open practice, unlike the Dallas Cowboys that have open practices, like crazy. We've got like 9. The Eagles have 1. They only want the fans there for 1 practice. If it wasn't at 7 o'clock tonight and I'd have to be in Philly after dark, I would actually go there. If it was a 4 o'clock one, I'd be there. And I'm still thinking about how cool it would be to show up there. But be that as it may, we have had the Dallas Cowboys micromanage. Everybody has trashed Dak Prescott. They've talked about to nauseam about interceptions and things. And, I talk about what happens with other quarterbacks. And see, the perception is people will say, oh, you're going to trash another quarterback to try and prop up Dak Prescott. Okay, well, let me ask this question. Have I ever said something that a quarterback did that wasn't true, pointing out the similarities to Dak Prescott? If I'm lying and making something up about what happens with other quarterbacks, then okay, I could see you having a point. But I look at this and I say, these are the facts. So there's a difference in perspective, okay? I wish I could find the clip from Colin Cowherd years ago when Carson Wentz, who was his, you would think it was his son. When Carson Wentz was throwing interceptions like crazy, they said, oh, well, I don't mind a few interceptions, it's okay because I want him to take risks. But I don't actually have to find that clip because here's what I found today, because Jimmy G is trending. And this is what I love seeing because this is let me read the caption to it first. I've always said I wish Derek Carr had a little bit more Brett Favre in his game, taking a few more chances. So I don't mind Jimmy G's few interceptions in camp. Okay, so that's just a drill. That's a drill. You would have thought that was the receiver, not the defender. But anyway, be that as it may, Jimmy G, I believe threw 4 interceptions yesterday in practice. And I'm talking about practice. I'm not going through and saying that, oh my God, that's the worst thing in the world, because we're talking about practice. But you start looking at some stuff like this, but nobody talks about it like they do with Dak Prescott. Now look at his pass. This is just, okay. You see the guy he was throwing to, right? That was a duck that said, look at that. There's no velocity on the ball. It's literally quack, 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 quack. It looks like a duck. Look, watch. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Okay? So I'm saying this not to denigrate Jimmy G, because I know exactly what's going to happen. People are going to say, how dare you? Jimmy G's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott ever will be. He's got more time. He's been in the Super Bowl. Dak is whack. Dak can't even get to the NFC Championship game. Jimmy G's great. He's great. How dare you? Team sport. Jimmy Garoppolo in playoffs. We're talking about playoffs. Yes, he has been in the Super Bowl, but it's not because of Jimmy G. And I know y'all gonna say, well, Jimmy G beats you guys. Well, he also beat Aaron Rodgers. Or should I say that 49ers defense did. But Jimmy G has a passer rating of 74.1, 962 yards, 4 TDs, and 6 interceptions in 7 games in the playoffs. 4 TDs in 7 games. So that's like a half a touchdown pass a game. But an interception a game. Sorry. These are not Hall of Fame stats. And you're talking about a guy who cannot stay healthy and stay on the field. When you look at this, his playoff games average 137 yards per game. 1.3 TDs a game, 2 interceptions a game, and a 74.1 rating. If that's not a case of the team matters by example, I want you to just listen to me here for a second. Just listen to me here for a second. In the one playoff game against Tampa Bay with Dak Prescott, he threw as many touchdown passes in that one game as Jimmy Garoppolo has in 7 games in the playoffs. I'll go another step. In the game against Aaron Rodgers his rookie year, Dak Prescott threw 3 touchdown passes and 304 yards. That's almost 3 games worth of passing. Oh, actually, well, okay, it's actually 2.5. A little over 2.5 games. That one game against Aaron Rodgers in a loss, Dak Prescott threw over 2.5 times Jimmy Garoppolo's average and as many touchdown passes as Jimmy G threw in 3 games. But we say Jimmy G is great. Dak Prescott sucks. Do you think if San Francisco didn't have that defense, didn't have the players that they have, you know, Tebow and George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, that the quarterbacks that they have would be as successful? I don't. But this, again, is another one of those cases where it's judged differently for Dak Prescott. And I can't look at this and say, Jimmy G is great, that he's a difference maker in the playoffs. He's not. Anyway, hope to see you guys this evening when we have our live stream. I'm going to end it with this one.
Up everywhere. You get dizzy. You probably throw up everywhere.
You have to do that thing when you get the
dude. All right, you need to stop.
That's what they do. You get the.
You look like you're doing something else. Just stop.
That's what they do. That's why I have a friend. That's all time. All you hear from him.
I know. Make it so obvious. Dip. I don't even pack anymore like that. Pause. But. Well, that's what it's called. It's called patching.
Joey's pack. You pack.